No, no COVID case in our camp, and
Nice.
that's the big news. You know, the team arrived late, and some said that Milovan Rabat had COVID. That's why the team arrived late. But at the press conference, he said there were no issues with COVID. They just wanted to stay in Qatar longer. So he came to deny that. So I can say that no COVID cases in the camp of Ghana, and it's good. That's number one. Number two is that there are no injury cases as well in the camp of Ghana. So it's a clean bill of health. I mean, it's a side that has all the players available for the coach to choose, and it's just the best place to be.
Great. So, George, before we get into everything, we have a lot more discussions shortly. But once you've joined us, we have to start with our chaotic shout. So, let's go. It's a K. George, all the way in Cameroon, he's joined us. It's a happy birthday to you, Inspector William Apedu of Anya Police Station. That's from David Max Fugger to you. And a happy birthday to Mark Tekpa, who's head of operations at Little Cow Consulting Limited. We appreciate your passion, hard work, and contribution to the team from your CEO and the entire TLC team. And also a shout out to James Lawson at LWSN. You've been engaging us, on Twitter. So a special good morning to you. And a belated happy birthday to my younger brother, Dennis Kwame Namwa. Yesterday was your birthday. And so belated happy birthday to you, Dennis, from all of us, and your siblings, your parents, and your wife and children to you. Mama, why are you looking at me like that?
Oh, it's just cute, that you're sending your younger brother shout-outs.
Yes, my younger
For a
brother.
minute, I was going to say, did you, Momo? And then you said your wife and kids. I said, okay.
Momo, which one to my younger brother? Why should I send him Momo?
That's what big bro got to do.
No, it's his birthday. I wish him. What do you have, Mama?
Stop empty wishes now.
Come again?
Stop empty wishes now.
Thank you.
We are praying for God's blessings and protection for you. These are not empty wishes. Anyway, let's get into the Sports Center brought to us by MTN.
Everywhere we go, we have to give like a second to George.
Yes. And Standard Chartered Bank, here for good. And of course, Cowbell.
Our milk.
And Allianz Life Insurance, we secure your future. DSTV, nothing beats the unbeatable football on DSTV. The big leagues are back on DSTV, so make sure you get in on all the action from just 52 Ghana cedis a month. DSTV, it's your moment.
Now, you get an only one-sided advice. Get consultative expert advice from a Standard Chartered relationship manager who is backed by certified experts to personalize the right investment solutions for you. Standard Chartered connects you to wealth opportunities that match your priorities. Join Priority Banking today and enjoy your welcome gift. Terms and conditions apply. To join, call or SMS 020-222-0478, or you can send them an email to prioritybanking.gh@sc.com. Standard Chartered, here
for good. And there's good news for small to medium scale business owners with SME Plus. You get to manage all your operational costs in communication. The service simply allows you to choose from affordable packages and enjoy talk time, SMS data, and business content all bundled in one subscription. The other exciting news is you get free on-net calls every Monday from 7 a.m. to 7 p.m. Simply dial *5060# to sign up today. WhatsApp or call 0244-308-111 for more information, and stay connected everywhere you go.
And at Total Energies, we continuously innovate. That is why we have redesigned our lubricant bottle into a modern and premium pack. The new Total Energies lubricants bottle is user-friendly with big side handle, which makes it easy to carry and pour. The cap is redesigned to avoid leaks and splashes when pouring, hence less oil loss. The new label, inspired by a car dashboard, has a QR code and displays product, marketing, and technical information for easier selection of the right products. This is performance at first sight. Same superior quality oil in a modern and premium bottle. Quartz, keep your engine younger for
longer. And Mamavi, let's get back to Cameroon. All right, so George, this is the official AFCON 2021 song, which features our own Samini. But let's get into what's happening in Cameroon. I know that a lot of us we've seen what happened yesterday. Even though others are concerned about Paul Biya's speech, what actually happened on the ground is the most. Anyway.
it was a fantastic opening ceremony. I mean, well, the virtual display was interesting with the indomitable lion, all over the pitch, jumping from one place to another.
Wait, George,
I'm
hang
not too
on
sure
for a
what-
second. Was it for Cameroon or this was Lion of Africa?
Indomitable the lion, everything is lion. So I thought, yes, lion. They believe they're the lions of Africa, all right. But then, of course, we're here in Cameroon and they're known as the Indomitable Lions, who have won the Africa Cup of Nations 5 times and want to win it for a 6th time. So it was interesting. Maybe that's the only reason why we saw the lion moving around. It didn't add too much for me, in terms of it. But I think it was a colorful opening ceremony. You can go on with your analysis about the speeches that you got there, but I think that generally it was a big victory for Africa to stood their grounds and ensure that the Africa Cup of Nations did come. Remember, it was delayed. It was supposed to have taken place last year, but it's happening this year, or all because of COVID and everything. So a bit of a victory there for Africa to ensure that this went out. So I thought we started so well, and indeed we had a very good game to support the occasion, at the Olympic Stadium inside the Yaoundé. And it was Cameroon who beat Burkina Faso by 2-1. But, I have to tell you, Winston, that Burkina Faso really gave them a run for their money. Wonderful goal there, from Gustav Sangare. That's a great goal from him. And then they had to hold their own. They were not able to. Too many problems there. And we saw VAR. We saw VAR in action for the first time inside the Africa Cup of Nations. And Vincent Boubacar, remember, he's a guy who scored the goal for Cameroon when they won the Africa Cup of Nations. And he scored 3 goals so far for the Cameroon national team. They've all been important goals. The last 2 ensured that they won the game by 2-1. Then later on in the evening, we saw Cape Verde beating Ethiopia by 1-0. Ethiopia went down by a man in that game. And just to tell you as well, Cape Verde had a lot of COVID-19 cases. So it's a big victory for them as they managed to win that game by 1-0. It leaves us with what to look forward to today because we have...
Yes, George, but George, before we get into what to look out for today, I mean, during newsroom, Mamavi said questionable penalty. She was saying, now, you were there, you've seen the penalty, and, in the first penalty, for instance, the referee had to go to the pitch side monitor to take a second look at it. You saw it, and I think that Bertrand Traore was very careless in that case.
Yes, I don't think the referee needed VAR in the first incident. He didn't need it. It's because perhaps VAR and the equipment were there, and he didn't want to be under any pressure. Look, I thought that was very, very clear. A case where an attacker is able to take the ball away from a defender. The defender comes with a late tackle. There was no way. That was a penalty. We didn't need a review. The second one, you can feel that's a bit tricky. But again, you have to play wise as a defender and make sure that you don't give the referee the reason, to even go and roll over it. So, you feel a bit of this. And I think it's going to be happening like this throughout the competition. It's important that defenders are very, very, very careful. If Alexander Jiku is going to get a chance to play today, he must be very careful because of VAR and all the reviews and everything. Anything that looks clumsy, anything that looks not right, the referee will go and review it. And if you're not, you're in trouble. There's a little bit of a psychology that plays when referees go to that VAR thing. When they're asked to go and look at it, if you are not careful, you end up being in trouble. I think that was just the case. So people feel that the second penalty was not really a penalty there. But of course, do they care? They don't care. They won
by 2-1. But let's look at what's happening today. And for us in Ghana, all our attention is on the Ghana-Morocco game. Tell us how that is building up.
It's just a build-up. You see, yesterday Morocco had the press conference early, so we had a chance to hear from Vahid Aliovic. He is a disciplinarian, and he's talking about Morocco going down there and getting the job done. And a lot of people forget this, that Morocco last won the Africa Cup of Nations in 1976. So whereas Ghana is crying about 40-year wait for an Africa Cup, trophy, they are crying for even more. 1976 the last time, and
46
they believe
years.
that they can come back and do it. Yes. So they believe that they can come back and do this. They are not here with Hakim Ziyech, of course. The coach was not happy with him. A few disciplinary issues here. They have 2 COVID cases. They're going to miss 2 of their key players. They have some injuries as well to deal with in their camp. But overall, the Morocco team play as a group. And so they're not really looking out for those little individuals. They have some guys, like the Barcelona boy, Abzi. They've got some Boufal. They've got wicked guys who are hoping to come on and do a good job for them. So Morocco, I should say, in high spirits. We watched the training session as well yesterday at the stadium next Amadio Hijo. They were looking very good. They're hoping that they can get into it. Right after that, we had the Ghana press conference, and we got the chance to hear from Coach Milovan Raivat and Captain Dede Ayew. So there were just a few things he had to touch on. We wanted to know if Mohamed Kudus was going to join the squad anytime soon. He answered that Mohamed Kudus will join the squad in a week's time. You're looking forward to that. Even though Ajax have announced and said goodbye to some of the African players, they did not drop and say goodbye to Mohamed Kudus. So we'll wait and see what happens in that 1 week. I asked him the question about Daniel Amate playing at right back as well. And he says that, Daniel Amate had to play at right back because Andy Adam did not arrive in camp early ahead of that friendly against Algeria. And Philemon Bafo, who most of us feel is not even a starter, is not somebody who should be considered for the right back position, was also out in Portugal trying to secure a contract. So that's how Daniel Amate played. And therefore, we can expect some changes at the right back position for the Black Stars. It's going to be very, very interesting. But I think we can hear from Andre Dede Ayew, one of the issues, as we build up towards that. Wednesday, we can do that, can we?
Yes, let's listen to Andre Dede Ayew.
I wouldn't say there's a problem. I think we have been unlucky in the last editions. I think we have the best African record of the team getting into the last 4 or the finals in the last 10, 15 years. But with no trophy, so we keep working. But I think that there was a few times that we deserved the trophy. We were a bit unlucky. We need to keep working, keep going, not lose hope. And then one day will be our turn, but only with hard work.
Well, George, that's Andre Ayew. He wants to keep going, not lose hope, and bring back bring the trophy home.
Yes, they were a bit unlucky. That's the thing. Sometimes you have to create your luck in these situations. I don't want to remind Ghanaians of what we've been going through, but we have to keep a spirit of optimism very high. We have to be hopeful that the team can go and get the job done. So it's good that they know that they've been unlucky. It's good that they know that hard work pays. So they have to go and get the job done. Good time now then, why not, to hear from Coach Milovan Raivat.
Dobru utakmicu, jednu takmičarsku utakmicu da odigramo. Vidjet ćemo, znamo dosta toga o njima, tako da ući ćemo u utakmicu. Nadam se da dobro počnemo i da još bolje završimo.
We prepared ourselves well. Of course, we know Morocco team very well. We are very positive. We have a good group of players. We are all doing our best. So I'm expecting tough match, an excellent match. I hope people will enjoy. For us, it's important to start the match we want and to finish the match. It's even more important to finish the match the way we want.
Well, so it's important we finish the match the way we want, and the way we want is victory for the Black Stars, I'm sure.
Yeah, of course. I'm sure most of our listeners are trying to find out what the coach is going to be coming up with in terms of the starting lineup. It's very, very difficult to tell at the moment. We watched the training session of the team last night, and we saw some patterns, but, we have to wait for the coach. So, for instance, I think in the goal post is going to be Jojo Walcott. I'm not sure that's going to change. At right back, Andy Adam is very likely to get back in there to play. Then at centre-back, we could see Jonathan Mensah. We could see him play alongside Daniel Amate. We could also see Daniel Amate, Alexander Jiku. It actually looks like that's going to happen. Then at left-back, there's Baba Rahman. And then in midfield, Thomas Partey is definitely a starter. Baba Idrisu is going to be alongside him. But depending on what he decides to choose, because in one of the situations, we saw Thomas Partey, Idrisu, we saw Mubarak Wakasu. And then we saw on the right-hand side, Patawa Shahaku. On the left-hand side, Joseph Paintsel. Then there was Dede Ayew right behind Jordan Ayew. In that midfield, we could also see Drisu, we could see Thomas Partey, then we could see Jordan Ayew on the right. We could see Joseph Pinso start on the left. Maybe Kamaldeen Sulemana will be given a chance out there. Then we could see JD Ayew, and we see one of the strikers if he decides to go for Richmond Boachi Adam or those in camp. So it's an interesting one, but I think that we have maybe 70% or 80% of what he's going to be starting out there. Winston, do you have any problems with that?
I don't have much of a problem. You know, for me, the most important thing is the victory. And so, no matter how it comes. But I think that Wakaso should play. He's a very great player, one with a lot of energy. And so in a midfield, you need that kind of energy in there. Thomas Partey is definitely a starter. Andre Dede Ayew would play. Jordan Ayew would play also. Andy Boachi Adam and Babaraman. But I mean, how about
the strikers have not been impressive. I think that's one of the points I've made. Yeah. And Jonathan Mensah didn't cover himself in glory as well, so perhaps he may not start this game. So we'll see how it goes. But there's a lot of belief that Kamaldeen Sulemana, Fatawi Sahaku may get their chance, and if they do, there will be a lot of sacrifices to make. Maybe Mubarak Akasi doesn't get into the team. Maybe Jordan doesn't start. It's going to be interesting, but we'll just leave it up to the coach. We've got live commentary for you on Joy99.7FM. You want to join us at 4 p.m. That game is coming away live, and then the next game, would also be on at 7 p.m. involving Gabon and Comoros. It's an interesting.
George, but before you go, what's your prediction? You are there. You've seen everything.
You have to get 3 points to qualify. Where do you think you'll get your 3 points from? They said, okay, maybe in their first game. Their first game is against Gabon, and then they play against Morocco, and then they play against Ghana. So we'll see how that goes. But before that, there's Senegal versus Zimbabwe in Group B, and there's Guinea as well versus Malawi. Maybe now we can settle a little bit on what happened in the Ghana Premier League. And, Accra Hearts of Oak managed to beat Gold Stars. Yeah, they managed to beat them by 1-0, an important goal by James Sonu. And Kumasi Asante Kotoko as well. Very, very.
Say that again. Good. No, say that again. Kotoko what? Yes. Kotoko beat.
They beat Ashgold. Yeah, by 3 goals to 1.
Oh, okay.
By 3 goals to 1. Very good performance.
Very, very important.
It feels like you want to pick a voice from Kumasi Asante Kotoko, do you?
No, I'm just happy that Africa's team of the century is doing wonders. When you are Africa's team of the century, we expect you to be winning matches, and this is good. 3-1.
Okay. Well, yeah, 3-1 was very, very good for them. Karela United as well managed to score in the 86 minutes, to deny Accra Greater Limits all 3 points. That's 1-1 in the game. Dreams FC, beat Lagos Cities by 1-0. Yeah, that's the first defeat at the Theatre of Dreams. It's a big one. Then Bechem United dispatched Real Tamale United by 2-0 to maintain their top 4 position. Aegeana Stars beat Elmina Sharks by 1-0. And Accra Lions 2 goalless with Wafa at the Accra Sports Stadium. So, whilst we manage the Africa Cup of Nations, we're also keeping close tabs on what's happening in the Ghana Premier League. And as well, we're keeping a tabs on what's going to happen in the Australia Open. And all the big news that's coming in as well. Because, FA Cup action, the draw has been made, and we have an idea of who's playing who and who is going where. Arsenal may not be too excited with a few things, but I think generally it's been good. So you want to stay with us on Joy FM and Love FM, on all multimedia platforms as we come your way with commentary later today. And we're looking forward to it. Quick one then. Predictions? Winston?
Yes, predictions. Well, I expect Ghana to win by a 0-0. What about you?
Is Mama V there?
Mama V, yes.
I'm right here, George.
What are your predictions?
I'll go for a draw.
Hey!
I'm going for a Ghana win. 1-0. George, what about you?
May the best team win. George
Adu.
You're not cheating us, man. You've got to say
George,
something.
Say something. Who's going to, what is your prediction?
Ghana win by 2-1.
Okay.
So you're just saying it. You're just saying it because you're Ghanaian.
Thank you very, very much, George Adu Jr. Thank you very much for joining us all the way from Cameroon. And so expect commentary at 4 p.m. right here on Joy 99.7 FM. George Adu Jr. and Gary R. Smith, who are both in Cameroon, will bring us, live commentary when Ghana takes on Morocco. I expect the Black Stars.
My prediction of a draw. Why was it such a shock to you guys?
No. I am an optimistic Ghanaian. I expect us to win.
I am optimistic as well.
Okay. Even though I'm cautious, I expect the